You're about to witness the most exciting battle of your life. Brace yourself. So Oricorio is finna do Oricorio things. I must admit, those things are vile things, but you're gonna watch nonetheless, because you're that kind of guy. What the fuck am I talking about, guys? Welcome to the channel. We're about to be using this team again tomorrow, Uber Sunday. So this guy actually have a threatening team. That Braviary, problem. Really the killer. Actually, I was just, it's funny. I was thinking Oricorio is gonna win, and then I thought it wouldn't, but then it dawned on me, Klefki can't T-wave me because I'm an electric type, so it's over. It's over already, and he's gonna give me the rain. Oh, feels good to be blessed. The only issue would be him leading with said Greninja, and truth be told, the only way that Greninja is not gonna mess me up on lead is the Among Us. If I lead the Among Us, I don't want like Among Us versus Pelipper, because it puts me in an awkward spot from us. So what we're actually gonna do is, and this I don't typically recommend, but I've gauged the battle enough from a team preview standpoint that I'm not sure what his counterplay would be to me leading Oricorio and setting up turn 1. And so I'm curious to find that out. Because what's likely going to happen is I'm going to be staring down Pelipper versus Oricorio. I get to Quiver Dance as he goes to Klefki as to take the initial hit. And then the Klefki is going to realize that it's set up fodder. Then he's going to try to do something random like spikes, see me Quiver Dance again, try to attack me, and then it's over. Well, he'll likely go to, after the Klefki dies, after I get an infinite amount of setups, go to Sneasler. If it has fake out, do the fake out things. After he realizes that doesn't work, he forfeits. So let's see. Pelipper, so turn 1. So if my genius is intact, Klefki should come out here. So turn 1 is as I expected. Let's see what turn 2 is. If he does something other than what I thought, he may be now, one caveat I didn't mention is this could be Specs timid and just kill me. And I won't lose the game if that happens, but the likelihood of that being the case is fairly low, and it's something I'm willing to risk. And so let's see if what I expect is what I get. So he's set up the rain for me, which means my hurricanes are 100% accurate. And even, in this, since if this goes the way I expected, there isn't much reason to discuss what's actually happening on the screen. It's like, okay, well, Jam, how do you do this? So there are 3 major projects coming out soon, guys. Brace yourselves. There are 3 core powers in Pokemon. I used to call them pillars, but now they're called powers because it's more accurate to say powers, and it makes more sense when you conceptualize it. Like, you can think of a power versus a pillar. What is that, right? But the 3 powers are recall, so the ability to recall. So if I see a Pelipper right now, what I'm looking at is a functional tool. Like, I'm not looking at it as, oh, it's a Pelipper with a water type. You're like, okay, what's Pelipper's relationship to my team? If it's not that good versus me, shout out to the Stephen A. meme, we do not care, right? And so that's how our relationship with Pokemon, we look at them as tools. What's my Oricorio? So he actually outs for Rillaboom, which is interesting. I need another Quiver Dance, Revelation Dance. One, Rillaboom shouldn't be able to touch me. I'm fucking max defense. But I need another Quiver Dance to ensure that I outspeed the Greninja. So he didn't do the Klefki route. And as I said, usually I don't recommend trying to hard see. Okay, but he has, this could fuck me if he gets the hacks. If he gets the hacks he wants. If not, then it won't matter. Yes, fake out Rillaboom. Dork behavior. I guess if he terras, yeah, please do not. Thank you. Yeah, now it doesn't matter. Fucking Ori King. This is the 2nd time this bullshit has happened. So that's why I went Rillaboom first. Greninja makes sense. Our Revelation Dance first. Water Shuriken. Are you serious? This dude gets 5 fucking hits, man. That upsets me. That upsets me deeply. Now, I do have a fucking King Gambit and stuff, but that deeply upsets me. That's just deeply upsetting. I should Terra here. I don't think I'll need to. Yeah, I don't think Ice Beam would kill me. But, that's so whack. This game should be over. If he didn't get that fucking 25. You need a rain boosted. What's up with Battle Bond, bro? Like, is this the wave? Is this the low ladder wave? That's whack as hell. Oricorio was finna put Pro in a pack. Because I was like, why did he go Greninja? I didn't think he could go before me. Which is why I quivered twice. Like, all that stuff was for the things that I wanted, right? Okay, whatever. As I said, even if that were to happen, I wouldn't lose the game. Gambit is still king, quite literally. And so Klefki 1, I'd probably outspeed 2. But yeah, back to the 3 powers. So, the first one is recall. So what that means is that everything you experience, okay, goes real boom. Not sure what that's supposed to do. But it's probably gonna try to reposition into Braviary, which is obvious. But I have Rocky Helmet, so punishes that heavy. Okay, go for beating drum, I suppose. But yeah, so I force out the Battle Bond, which is blessed. You never go Braviary here. It goes Klefki, which is great. That is wondrous. Now we're likely staring down Pelipper. That's phase 1. I don't mind that. Actually, I kind of do. I'm not going to change my... Well, I could change my Terra type on Gambit, but it doesn't really help me. I don't see how changing my Terra type is beneficial. Moltres is Terra type. Garganicle's Terra type being changed matters. I'll change Guard to Fairy. He surfed. Okay, Surf didn't do enough. So recover here, but sorry, I was thinking about the 3 powers. I think that's more important right now. Unless there's some out that he has that I'm not aware of, but we'll see. I'm assuming the Braviary's choice. It doesn't have to have all attacking moves. Because Gambit literally cannot be beat. The Rillaboom only has a grass move. I SD and I clap, clap, clap. There's literally nothing that can be done. I guess he could Water Shuriken. And there's nothing that he can even punish the mascot. Actually, that's not true. Served at 36. He could go Greninja, but interesting. Okay, we want these bands up to punish and make sure that what's it called? Gambit does what Gambit's supposed to do. Again, Klefki doesn't matter because Prankster doesn't affect dark types. So unless Klefki learns close combat now. But yeah, so 3 powers. Let's run through this real quick. So the reason I could anticipate a lot of the things, and anticipation is the correct term, right? He's staying in. Okay. Okie doke. Gonna spike. Okay, so it gives me Spore Fodder. Reflect matters, but doesn't at the same time. Primarily because the issue isn't the fucking, the issue is the, you might not have, the issue is the Among Us. Like, so even if you were to go U-turn Braviary, the Hurricanes are gonna hurt, but with 1 Salt Cure off, actually, do I even want to take this hit? Braviary is mad slow. I want 1 Salt Cure on him. I'll take the hit for the, it goes Grin. Grin's a wavy guy. The rain boosted. I wonder if he's spexed. Do you need to be spexed to do that much? Specs Battle Bond. Why would you run Specs Battle Bond? But I don't know what his item is because he didn't have life form. So let's gauge how much this is gonna do. I likely sack my Great Tusk later. I just want to gauge how much this does. Okay. This is probably so we'll sack Tusk. So literally loses to everything on his team. If he switches out or Ice Beams, or okay, so that's what it has. Alright, cool. Now I know. We stall out the Reflect turns as well. Klefki's annoying, but I can't Battle Bond again. We hit this boy with that Spore. But I think I made this mistake yesterday with the whole. So it goes Rillaboom. Thank you for that terrain. And now we can Sludge Bomb freely. Actually, there's literally no reason not to Spore. We stall out the Reflect turns, which I want to do. We can drum beating all day. I'm getting the fucking benefits. Actually, I don't even need to predict. I'll just sludge bomb here. Because at this point, honestly, I prefer to have my Gambit in. Sludge bomb literally missed. What? What just happened? Oh, this motherfucker is he's either max Spadef or he's really Spadef Assault Vest. Okay, but as I said, we're just gonna keep scoring. But let's see if he just. It has to be Assault Vest. 30. That didn't even do 30%. I mean, Among Us isn't the strongest, thing, but it's principle. But yeah, also Garg at this point without the rain will be able to schmack him. Schmack him. But yeah, so the 3 powers. I keep getting distracted. That is crazy. What is happening right now? Yeah, so he is Assault Vest. Okay, cool. And obviously with the rocks, what's it called? Without the rain, the Grin is not a threat to my. That's not true. It could surf. Do I give a fuck about my Gambit's leftovers? I do not. Do I care about my Moltres' item? I do not. No, I reposition to ensure that let's wrap this the fuck up. I'm tired of waiting. But yeah, so the 3 powers. So Recall is the first one. He dies to rock, so that's useful. Recall is the first one. The second one is Foresight. Probably faster than this. I mean, I doubt this developer is running Surf and that much speed. Yeah. But the next one is Foresight, and then the 3rd power is Reasoning. So how that works, I'd say Water Shuriken. I don't even need to. I do want Gambit because the Braviary could become annoying at the end game if I'm not careful. So my best play here is to give up the Moltres. So the Water Shuriken, which I figured he'd do. He's like, oh bro, I'm onto your trickery. These Battle Bond Grins are whack, bro. So I want to get rid of his rain so that Gambit has nothing to fear. But yeah, can't believe he got rid of my Oricorio. This game should have been over 30 turns ago. But yeah, we Spore here every time. Good going for the flinch. That's the correct play. What's the grass knot? Zixie. I'll take it. Because the play here is to, he's going to leave it in for a turn. There's no reason to switch. You leave it in for a turn. I'll switch my Amoonguss out back into Garganical to ensure that he could still technically win. It's not over per se, but yeah. Because he could freeze my Amoonguss or flinch it down enough, or outplay me Water Shuriken. So there we go. So now he surfs, he crits me there. I told you it wasn't over. Because hacks is always a thing, right? We gotta try to mitigate hacks. Did not get that hacks. Let's see if the Braviary is choiced. The Braviary could have some weird set I'm not aware of, or like Sucker Punch or something, you know. So Hurricanes, it's lefties. Which means I could tell here. He may have something else. I don't think he can knock me out with anything. Don't say GG yet. You could crit me with Hurricane and confuse me. Unless again, because I don't know why he'd have leftovers. Okay, that's what it is. GG. Again, I wasn't really ever in any threat of losing this game because I deduced from looking at his team, you know, the flaws and the advantages I had. I just couldn't see a way where he could muscle past the things I had. So yeah, good game, brother, Brody. I'm gonna say Brody. Good game, Brody. Okay, so we got an interesting motherfucking team today. Very, very Garganical week after Iron Defense. Very Moltres week with Will-O-Wisp. Like, in fact, I could lead Moltres and he can't force me out. In fact, I will do so. Do I have anything that... Mungus is shut down by Mungus. Moltres shuts down the Zamazenta. Oricorio wins. It's also a case I could lead Oricorio, but his Enamorous could be a little annoying if it specs. It could blow me away, unless if I just leave it in. But another similar situation, and when will I finish explaining the 3 powers? So it's Recall, Foresight, and then Reasoning. So Recall was, okay, I scanned his team, and I've encountered these Pokemon in the past, and I have a general gist of what they're capable of. Then the recall point, I don't even know what the fuck this does. I probably should have. This probably learns Focus Blast. 262. Slow as shit. Does it have good defense? Probably not. This is really important though. What would it do? Psychic? For sure, it's Psychic. Psychic or Psyshock. What the fuck is this gonna do? Like, this is actually a concerning Pokemon. Is it more concerning? So we're gonna do his Gambit first. Gambit's my weakest link. He does Focus Blast, which is a stupid play. Like, that was top 5 worst plays of all time. That was a very stupid play. That gave me a lot of insight as to the level of skill of the player. It doesn't lose me the game, but that was a like top 5 worst plays of all time. From a risk versus reward. Maybe he's thinking, okay, well, I don't know. I got him to Terra, which is good. Great Test dies. I don't mind. Hyperspace. Oh, cool. Alright then, so it seems as if, now that I forced him to Terra, I'm pretty sure the game is over. Unless there's something I'm missing. Focus Blast, Hyperspace, Hole. Yeah. Unless there's something I'm missing, this game's over. Let's find out. But yeah, and this is where you have to, especially if I'm faster than him. Yeah. Wow, that did a lot to me. Holy shit. Oh, that's how that works. That's kind of cool. That Shadow Ball did a lot to me, man. Good lord. I swept him. I guess that's what I get for my arrogance, huh? It's not like it changes anything. I'm pretty sure I still win the game, but you know, things are things. You know, it's the principle. Like, you know, I'm a man of principle, right? It's gonna be harder to win the game, but winnable nonetheless, especially because he has no like, between my defensive cores. If you hear me very calm during particular situations or high, quote unquote, high risk, like the Gambit turn 1, completely insignificant because I knew Gambit was not. Gambit lost to like 90% of his team. So Gambit was insignificant, which is why I'm saying that to predict a Focus Blast, to lead and potentially lose arguably the most important Pokemon on your team in order to try to predict a Pokemon that's not a threat to you is a horrible play, right? That's where we talk about that risk versus reward. So we're gonna Roost. I don't know why he went to fucking. So yeah, him going to Zamazenta on my Moltres gave me a lot of data as to, you know, Crunch. He's banded, I think. Yeah, that's banded damage. There's no way you're doing fucking 30 to my Moltres. I got a lot of defense. So the fact that he's banned is even better. Awesome, awesome. Somebody's going to sleep. Somebody's going. As I said, I'm not concerned. The defensive core, and this is where the 3 powers are so powerful, right? I scanned his team to know the general range of things it could do, except the Hoopa. Then I used Foresight to determine, okay, how does my team match up in relation to his? And then I use reasoning to determine, okay, what Pokemon are significant. Great Tusk wasn't very. Gambit wasn't very. My Oricorio was, but as you saw, he hacks my Oricorio, which is why it even was a game to begin with, right? But I also didn't take any risks that I knew, okay, if it doesn't work out, I lose the game. And so, right now, Cinderace is insignificant. He's physical, which is good to know. Means he's even less useful. Now I guess he has to hard switch to an Emrys, but he can't hard switch to an Emrys because I'll just go for, okay. He's probably gonna double out to an Emrys now. But it's banded. I don't know what it will do. Heavy Slam maybe. It goes back to Cinderace. Okay. Powerball. It matters that I'm at full actually. I don't want to be at 70-something%. So now I'll be at pretty much full. Actually, it was better to because I need to make sure that the Amherst because he's gonna go to it. I'm curious how much this is gonna do. The other three lose to my Among Us. Like Among Us beats the rest of his team. So yeah, I just needed to gauge how much that would do. Could crit me here. Which I shouldn't risk, but I will. Yeah. Now it doesn't matter. Game's over. That's why I said, you know, once you scan the game enough, you assess the matchup, and you know, like, no matter what the fuck the dude does. And this is why it's so beautiful to have a game structure and a game plan in the beginning. It looked like, I know, Jam, oh no, the first 5 turns you're losing, you know, like I'll narrate, if there's a serious concern, I'll tell you mid narration, like, oh shit, that's massive, and then I'll explain why. But if it's like, oh, dang, predicted my Gambit, oh no, gotta be weighing your risk versus reward, guys. The reward of me staying in with Moltres, like right there, you want to get rid of Moltres pronto. Like, you don't want to predict versus Moltres. You want me to do some stupid shit with my Moltres, you destroy it and put yourself in a better position. Because imagine if my Moltres wasn't there. Like, very versus Gambit, which can never get past Zamazenta and damn Dondozo. So, you know, so if it comes in, but you want to get rid of that Moltres because he didn't prioritize Moltres, he got clapped. In Garganical as well, but so let's scan this one. This one's trickier, right? Walking Wake is a true concern to me. He has Sun, and Oricorio cannot rely on his Hurricanes. So this is a true matchup. True matchup. Now the downside is that if Walking Wake goes, the Moltres each, but the Walking Wake is too problematic. Like, I might not even be able to win this game. Like, it's too, if that's Specs Wake, and that's something I'm just realizing I'm very weak to. Well, maybe not. If I can, because he has the matchup in this one, and the reason being is that he has way too many things I can't guard against Wake. Scizor isn't an issue. Gambit isn't an issue in and of itself. It's really the fact that all of those invite the Walking Wake back in, and I don't have any real solution. If I can get him to sack his Torkoal mindlessly early, then I can Garganical sweep him most likely, or I can just sweep him with Oricorio. So the question then becomes, how can I encourage him? Do I need my Terra type on Garg? I do, because that Wake is a bitch. How do I encourage him to give me his Torkoal early? That's the question here. And so for that, I must first, Walking Wake is blessed. I want this. Unless he Terra Dragons, I don't think he can one-shot me. If he lets Walking Wake go to sleep, oh my goodness, yes. Because he doesn't know the role of, okay, perfect. So I figured Torkoal is likely his rocker. So this actually puts me in a fairly decent position. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. I know Scizor is coming, but Scizor is inconsequential. I have a whole ass Moltres, and I have Rocky Helmet. I probably should have Sludge Bomb there because I don't want Walking Wake coming in, but so now he's going to likely double out to Walking Wake. Things like this is what I mean. So this is like a wild ass play, but I'm going to Sludge Bomb here. Is Grass not stronger than Walking Wake? Looks heavy. I'm going to Grass Knot. So there's the Walking Wake. I catch it, which is good. It's plus speed. So that's a good bit of damage because that's going to matter for my Garganical. The issue is now I don't have a motherfucking switch into this demon. But since it's plus speed, he's forced to flamethrower slash dragon move. I doubt he'd flamethrower because dragon is harder to guard against. But I mean, I guess I only have. Among Us is too important. Gambit is important too, but it is more important than a sucker punching this kind of way. But that's an important thing. I can't risk Gambit here. Oricore is really important too. It's so important. Moltres is so important. Woo! Everything is important here. In fact, this is a crazy play, but I might not die unless he Hydro Steams, which he does. I disagree with Hydro Steam, but it works out for him in that case, right? So this is where your boy Jam starts really going crazy. I needed rocks though. Actually, that wasn't the wave. I needed rocks. Hydro Steam I don't think would have killed my Among Us. That was a wild play. That was a wild fucking play. So we're in the grass not here. Okay, he's doing dumb shit. Fucking dumb shit. Thank God. That's what I'm talking about. Risk versus reward. Dumb shit just now. Now I took a high risk play. Not really, because the Gambit couldn't one shot me. It's high risk in that I don't want my Among Us low. Now he did get crit with the walking wake, which does matter. It's just again like, you know, just silly. So like he went from very, very likely to win this game to almost can't win. Like, look at this. Right, what is he going to do now? He can go hard Lilligan if he'd like. Swords Dance is inconsequential as I just flamethrower spam. You can go to your little toe curl if you'd like, but let me see, 26%. Is it worth switching out for? Nope. He forfeited, which makes sense. He lost the moment he lost the wake, and the moment his Gambit got burned. But Gambit wasn't even significant. So again, the 3 powers, all this will be in my new book. Bros, when I told you I went in so that y'all can be the greatest players of all time. I want to reward you guys for rocking with me all these years and being patient with me for all these years talking about this goddamn new book. So yeah, I went deep into the fundamental structures of this game, man, and I'm so excited to put this new stuff out. I'll likely put out a massive course first, like the first Pokemon course of all time. But it's going to have this stuff that we're describing now. So the 3 powers, the 3 faculty, all that stuff. So you'll never have a question about how to master competitive Pokemon ever again. I want this to be the final nail in the coffin. So I'll never have to write another one again. Or if I do feel like I missed something, it's nothing significant. So that can't be just, you know, patched up with a little video. But even that I doubt. So anyway, hit the like button if you enjoyed. This was quite a showing. I might use this team Monday. I really have fun with it. Walking wake is an issue, so be careful of that bad boy. But that said, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.